Okay. All right, so we're going to get started on our backs today. So you're going to bend your knees and just punch your feet under your knees here and then separate them just a little bit closer to the edges of your mat. And then you'll feel your knees kind of drawing toward one another. They don't have to touch, just let them kind of fall toward one another. And then push into your feet, lift your hips for a moment, and then imagine trying to land your low back onto the floor before you release your hips back down. Okay, and just do this a couple of times. So you're lifting your hips, and then release your low back, and then release your hips. So you're essentially kind of making your spine a little bit longer towards your feet. And then you're going to do the same thing with your shoulders. So just lift them and then move them a little further towards your head, essentially, toward the head of your mat. And you can do this a couple of times. All right, and now you should feel anchored throughout your spine onto the floor. And just take one hand to the belly and one hand to the chest. And you shouldn't feel like you have to hold your legs or anything. There shouldn't be anything working here. Your elbows are on the floor. And just take this moment here to just connect to your body, noticing how you feel today. Just noticing the subtleties in the way we feel, that sometimes we don't allow ourselves to feel throughout the day, right? So we're so busy moving from one thing to the next. Just take a moment here to be grateful for carving this time in your day. And then we'll start deepening the breath. So just allow the breath to come into the lungs just a little bit more deeply. And then into the belly. And then exhale all the air out. You feel your chest falling, your belly falling. Let's just go at your own pace here. Taking some nice long deep breaths. Observing your body opening on the inhale and falling back on the exhale. Make this breath smooth, no need to force it. Notice if when you're kind of forcing the breath in to be a little bit deeper, notice if you're kind of creating any tightness, any tension in other parts of the body. Just relax the shoulders, relax the jaw. Let's do one more deep breath here. And then we're going to draw the knees up toward the chest. Give yourself a hug here. You're going to take the hands on top of the knees, and as you inhale, you're just going to push the knees away from you at about arm length. And as you exhale, draw the knees back towards your chest. Inhale away. Exhale towards your chest. Inhale away. Exhale, chest. Good. One more time. And chest. All right, and then take your knees at a 90-degree angle. Take the hands behind your head. Lift your head and your shoulders off the floor. Take an inhale here. And as you exhale, move the knees away from you, just enough to get your core engaged. And as you and then bring them back towards your knees. Take an inhale here. And as you exhale, move them away from you. And inhale, bring them back. Exhale away. You start maybe extending your legs in a diagonal, but again, make sure your low back stays rooted to the floor. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. A couple more. All right, and then drop the feet down. Relax the head and take your arms out to the sides. And take a deep breath into the chest. And exhale, let it all out. Relax the belly. Good. All right, and now you're going to take your arms by your sides, palms facing down. Take your knees at a 90-degree angle. And then we'll just do one leg at a time this time. So you can extend one leg in a diagonal, feeling the floor engaging here. Make sure your lower back is rooted to the floor, and then bring it back. And then the other leg. And go your own pace, your own breath. And extend both legs now. And come back. Extending both legs. Coming back. Extend. Come back. Extend. Root your low back into the floor. And one more time. Good. Drop the feet down. Take your arms out to the side. This time, take them in cactus arms. So your elbows are bent at a 90-degree angle. And then take a deep breath in. And a deep breath. Okay, hands behind your head. Extend the legs up toward the ceiling. And then draw the right knee towards your chest. And extend the left leg a little further down this time. Okay. Root your low back into the floor. If this is not sustainable, then lift your left leg a little bit higher so you can hold it for a moment here. All right, and then like that, and switch sides. Really push your low back into the floor. Lift your shoulders off the floor. Breathe here. All right, legs up. And then now we'll go with the breath. So exhale, lower your left leg, right knee towards your chest. Inhale, come up, both legs up. And exhale, switch. Inhale. Exhale. And when you're lifting your legs up, inhale. They don't have to be straight. Yeah, they can be bent a little bit if the back of the leg is tight. Exhale, right leg down. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Up. Switch. Up. Switch. Up. Switch. All right, and then up, switch, last one. And then release the feet down, relax the head, arms out to the sides. And this time take them kind of like a V shape. Same with your legs. So we take a full body stretch here in V shape. And then draw the knees back up towards your chest and give yourself a hug. Roll from side to side for a moment. Good. All right. And then hands behind your head, lift the legs up. You're going to keep them somewhat straight. They can be bent a little bit, right? And then you're going to lower your left leg toward the floor and then extend your left arm to the right side of your leg. And just breathe here. Take a moment. Make sure to root your low back into the mat. Lift that left shoulder nice and high. Good. And then legs up and switch. Pause here. And good. Legs up. And this time we're just going to bring elbow to knee. And it doesn't have to touch it, just in that direction. Inhale up and exhale, switch to the other leg. Inhale up, exhale, switch. Up and switch. Up, switch. Up, switch. Up, switch. Up, switch. Couple more, one on each side. And release. Feet down, cactus arms, deep breath in. And a deep breath out. Okay, roll, lift your knees up toward your chest, and then you're going to take them in circles, but in opposite directions, away from each other. So separating them, moving them away from you, back toward your chest. And we'll switch the direction and circles. Good. And then we'll roll up and down the spine. Now make your way into the tabletop position. So hands and knees are right under the hips. The wrists are right under the shoulders. And as you inhale, draw the chest forward. So almost arching a little bit in the back. This is called cat-cow because here we look like a bit more of a cow. And as you exhale, round the upper spine. This is the cat version, like a howling cat. Really just mostly the upper spine. And then go at your own pace here. Inhale, draw the chest forward. Exhale, round it. Chin toward the chest. So go ahead and breathe with your own rhythm. Good. And we're going to add the legs to this. So you can extend your right leg and your left arm. Inhale. And as you exhale, knee to elbow. Inhale, extend. Exhale, knee to elbow. Inhale, extend. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Good. Extend. Release your right toes onto the floor. Reach your left arm up, back, and down, and take it a big circle. Reposition your right hand if you need to. Make sure the wrist is under the shoulder. And then take that left arm in big circles with your breath, inhaling up and exhaling lowering. We'll open your chest up toward the ceiling to really move that shoulder up and back. And then your knees back onto hands and knees, and we'll take it to the other side. So right arm forward, left leg back, inhale. Exhale, elbow to knee. Inhale, extend. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. And extend, release the left toes, curled under. Right arm up, back, and down. And again, position your left hand. Somehow I need to do that every transition that way. Keep breathing here. Good. One more time. And release it. Hands and knees. And then curl the toes under. Push back into downward facing dog. Good. So downward facing dog, you're essentially creating a triangle shape with your body. And oftentimes the back of the legs is a little bit tight, especially at the beginning of class. So what we do here is we're going to take our feet to the edges of the mat. We're going to bend our knees a little bit. And then we're going to push with our hands and draw the belly, especially lower belly, toward the space between our legs. And so you want to really extend the spine in the diagonal here. Good. And then just to get a feel for what we don't want to do, we're going to come forward, bring your shoulders above your wrist. So the tendency in downward dog is when the legs are tight, we're kind of in this position here with the shoulders above the wrists. And so what we want to do is bend the knees again, and then move our shoulders way back. And extend the spine. Very nice. Good. Good. And then bend the knees one at a time, moving your hips from side to side. Good. And then walk the feet forward toward the hands at the front of your mat with your knees bent here. And then inhale, you're going to lengthen into a flat back, come back halfway up with your hands to your shins. And as you exhale, bend the knees, relax the belly, and relax the belly to the thighs, and relax the head toward the floor. You're going to separate your feet about hip distance apart, and then grab a hold of opposite elbows here. And just allow your spine to relax downwards toward the floor. And then release the hands. Come back into a flat back, about halfway here. Pause, exhale. And then inhale. Push into the feet. Reach all the way up, arms up and overhead. Exhale, release the hands in front of the chest. Inhale, reach high, arms up and overhead. Exhale, bow forward, so bend the knees when you bow forward if needed here. Inhale, lengthen into a flat back. And exhale, fold. I'd rather have you bend your knees than round your low back. Okay, and then inhale, come all the way up. Reach the arms up and overhead. Exhale, hands in front of the chest. Again, inhale, reach high. Exhale, bow forward. Inhale, lengthen into a flat back. Exhale, fold, relax the head. Inhale, come all the way up, push the arms high. Exhale, release in front of the chest. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, bow forward. Inhale, lengthen. Halfway, yeah. Exhale, fold, relax the head. Good. And then this time we're going to step the feet back into plank position. Good. And then release your knees to the floor. Spread your fingers nice and wide here. And then draw your chest forward and lower. So you're going to bend your elbows back towards your ribs and lower your chest toward the floor. And then release your belly now. Roll the shoulders back and take a cobra. So cobra, we're anchoring into the feet and the legs. And we're just lifting the chest off the floor a little bit here. Drawing the shoulders back away from the ears. Exhale, release. We'll do that twice more. And then again, inhale, lifting up, shoulders away from the ears. Exhale, release. Make sure this is comfortable in your low back. Inhale, up. Exhale, release. Good. And then push back for child's pose, just for one breath here. Inhale, come up, and push back for downward facing dog. Okay, so this downward dog where our feet are about hip distance apart here. And then again, bend you, so draw your shoulders above your wrist for a moment just to see how it feels. Bend your knees a little bit, draw your belly back, draw your shoulders back, and lengthen the spine. Good. You can keep your knees bent or start straightening the legs maybe one at a time. And notice if your shoulders are coming forward because of it. If they are, then just keep your knees bent. And then walk the feet forward toward the hands at the front of your mat. Inhale, lengthen into your flat back. And exhale, fold. Inhale, come all the way up, pushing arms up and overhead. Exhale, in front of the chest. So we just did a sun salutation. We'll do another one here. Reach the arms up and overhead. Inhale. Exhale, bow forward. Inhale, lengthen into your flat back. Exhale, step back plank. Inhale here. Exhale, lower the knees, the chest to the floor. One cobra here, release the toes, press the tops of feet down. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, release. And then push back to downward facing dog. And again, draw your shoulders forward for a moment above the wrists. Bend your knees. Draw your shoulders way back. Belly towards your thigh. 2 more breaths here. And then walk the feet forward toward the hands at the front of your mat. Inhale, lengthening into your flat back. Exhale, fold, relax the head. Yeah. You're going to keep your big toes touching. Your heels can be a little bit apart here. And then bend your knees deeply. Imagine you're sitting on a chair here. And as you inhale, reach the arms up and overhead. So this is kind of a weird pose because our body wants to kind of stick our bottom out. But you actually want to tilt your pelvis in a way that your sit bones are reaching downward. You're hugging your core here, and you're reaching the arms as high back towards your ears as you can. You can look down, make sure you're seeing your toes barely sticking out of your knees here. And then maybe sit a little deeper, a couple more breaths. Good. Next inhale, straightening the legs, reach high. And as you exhale, hands together, lower all the way back down. Inhale, lengthening into your flat back. Exhale, step back plank. Inhale here. Exhale, lower down. So for those of you that know chaturanga, you can do it. Otherwise, I'll just keep doing knees, chest, and chin here. Inhale, cobra or upward dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. Good. Inhale, right leg high. Exhale, step the right foot in between the hands. Plant the left heel down. So step your left foot forward if you need to. Really anchor into the left heel here. We're going to move into warrior one. So your right knee is right above your right ankle. Push into the feet. And as you inhale, reach your arms up and overhead. Okay, so your hips are facing forward. All right, so not to the side, but forward. Good. And then your right knee is above your right ankle. If when you move your right knee above your ankle, your left heel comes off the floor, then you need to shorten your stance. If your knee goes past your ankle and you're kind of covering your toes here, then your left foot needs to go back. Good. Good, and then we'll take the arms in cactus arms, so taking the elbows out to the sides, and then take them even a little further back, so this will open the front of the chest. Good. Inhale, reach the arms up and overhead. Exhale, release the hands back down. Step back for plank position. Inhale here. Exhale, lower down. Chest to chin or chaturanga. Inhale, cobra or upward dog. And exhale, downward dog. Good. Take a deep breath in through the nose. Let it out through the mouth. Inhale, left leg high. Exhale, between the hands. Plant the right heel down. Trying to find the same distance between your heels as you did earlier. And then reach the arms up and overhead. Again, squaring your hips forward. You don't have to have your right heel right behind your left heel. You can have more of a train track kind of position. This will help your hips stay squared forward. Okay. And then release your elbows out to the sides. Lower the shoulders away from the ears. And then take the elbows a little further back, opening the front. Breathing here. So you want to move your left knee above your left ankle, but anchor in the back heel at the same time. And then reach the arms up and overhead. Inhale. Exhale, release the hands back down. Plank pose. Inhale here. Exhale, lower. Inhale, cobra. And exhale, downward facing dog. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. Good. You're going to separate your feet to the outsides of your mat with a nice wide stance here. And then take this wide-legged downward dog. So you're kind of inviting your chest toward the floor for a moment. And then walk the hands back towards your feet. Good. Draw the heels in. Bend the knees and roll all the way up. As you inhale, reach the arms up and overhead. And as you exhale, swing the arms underneath you. Inhale, reach high. Exhale, swing the arms underneath you. Inhale, straightening the legs up. Exhale, bend them. Inhale. Blow it out through the mouth if it feels good. Inhale. Exhale. One more time. Inhale and exhale. Release the hands down toward the floor and walk them back into your wide-legged downward dog. Good. And then walk your feet forward toward the hands at the front of your mat now. Big toes touching. We're going to transition back into a chair pose. Bend your knees deeply. Take your hips back. Inhale, reach your arms up and chair. Good. All right, so if your bottom is kind of sticking out, draw your sit bones down. This pose creates a lot of heat, so stay with it. Don't fight it. Welcome it. And inhale, reach high. Exhale, release the hands in front of the chest. Inhale, reach the arms up and overhead. Exhale, bow forward. Inhale, lengthening. And exhale, step back. Good downward dog. Good. Now, right leg reaches high. You're going to bend your right knee and lift your right knee high as you stack your right hip on top of your left hip. So you're opening your hips to the right here. Try to keep even weight in your hands. And then right foot in between the hands. Put your left heel down again for warrior one. And inhale, reach your arms up and overhead when you're ready. Okay. Cactus arms. And then release the hands behind your back. Humble warrior. Okay, so you're gonna inhale. You're gonna move your hips a little bit to the left. Keep your chest facing forward. As you exhale, draw the right shoulder down towards your right knee. It doesn't have to go all the way, but we're going in that direction. If you're down toward the right knee, you can reach your arms up and overhead, away from your back. And inhale, you're gonna come back up, reach the arms high. Exhale, warrior two. So now you might need to reposition your feet into a wider stance. Your hips are open to the side of your mat. Right knee above the right ankle and arms out to the side. You're gonna look in the space in front of your right hand. So you don't have to look at anything specific, just in that space, softening the gaze. And take 3 more breaths here. So in yoga, we try to find a balance between effort and ease. So there's effort in the legs and the arms, being aware of that, but also finding the ease by relaxing the body, relaxing the jaw, allowing ourselves to be in the pose without grasping, without resisting. Good. And then inhale, you're gonna reverse warrior, right arm up toward the ceiling, left hand down towards your left leg. And breathe here. Good. And then we're gonna straighten the front leg and then reach forward for triangle pose. So reaching forward first. And then release your right hand towards your right leg. Reach your left arm up toward the ceiling. And you can stay here, or you can make your way down. Be mindful of how that feels in your back and your legs. You can look up towards your hands or look to the side. It tends to be more comfortable in the neck. Good. All right, you know, come back up for warrior two. Reverse your warrior, this time straightening your leg. Good. And then we're gonna windmill the arms all the way down for a lunge. Good, you're gonna drop your left knee to the floor and take 3 breaths here. So you want your left knee to be way back so that you can feel the stretch in the hip flexors, psoas area of the left side. Good, and then we'll take the hips back and fold over the front leg. And then move forward again, back into your lunge, put the hands down, and then step back plank, moving through a vinyasa here. Inhale, exhale, lower. Inhale, cobra or upward dog. And exhale. Child's pose for a moment here. Child's pose, just 1 breath. Hips all the way back to the heels. Good. And then inhale, come up. Exhale, downward facing dog. So left leg high, bend the left knee, open it up. So open your hips to the left. And then draw your left shoulder back down at the same time. And then left foot in between the hands for warrior one. Plant the right heel down. Inhale, reach your arms up and overhead. Exhale, release the hands and cactus arms. The arms and cactus arms. Good. Release the hands behind your back and then change the crossing of the fingers. Yeah, so do the one that feels kind of weird. Good. Take a big breath in. And as you exhale, fold forward. So you want to invite your left shoulder down towards your left knee. We're going to come back up, reach your arms high, open and warrior two. Good. So warrior two, reposition your feet. So now your left heel is aligned with your right heel. Wider stance here. As you bend your left knee, it should be right above the left ankle. And then extending the arms out to the sides. Take a moment to roll your shoulders up and back, making sure they're relaxed. And again here, notice perhaps the areas where we're resisting or holding tension. Just allow your body to feel that and to release that. Imagine you have to be here for, I don't know, 20 minutes. Yeah, what would you soften? What would you relax if you had to be here for a long time? Good. All right, reverse warrior, left arm up, right hand down towards your right leg. Breathe here, stretching the left side of the waist. And then straightening the front leg. So make sure you're not locking your knee. You see locking the knee looks like this. We're just kind of still engaging the leg and micro bending the knee. And then reaching forward, lower your left hand down, right arm up, and then slide. Keeping your chest open to the roof, yeah? So imagine there's a wall behind you, and you try to lean your right shoulder into that wall. And then check on your neck, make sure it's in a comfortable position. Good. All right, bend your left knee, come back for warrior two, slowly reverse your warrior again, straightening the front leg. And windmill the arms all the way down for a lunge here. So you're gonna take a nice wide stance and then drop your right knee, yeah? Sometimes I see this with the right knee, there's a 90-degree angle here and one there, and we're not getting into the opening that we want. So I'm gonna slide that right knee way back and take 3 breaths here. You can look in the space in front of you, or you can close your eyes. All right, and then we'll take the hips back, fold over the front leg. Try not to round too much in the low back here. If your hands are not touching the floor, they can also be standing on the legs, on the leg here. Good. All right, let's move forward again into your lunge. Put the hands down, step back plank. Inhale here, exhale. And you can skip those now if you're creating too much heat and you need a break. You can go straight into child's pose or downward dog. All right, look forward. You can step or jump forward. Big toes touching, bend the knees, drop the hips back. So we're gonna do one more round of flow, a little bit faster here, okay? So inhale into chair pose. Exhale, sit a little deeper. Inhale, reach high. Exhale, release the hands at the heart, and then step the left foot back for warrior one. Inhale, reach the arms high. Exhale, elbows out to the sides. Release the hands behind your back. Inhale, open the chest. Exhale, fold forward. Humble warrior, just like we did earlier. Inhale, come back up. Reach the arms high. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, triangle pose. Inhale, reverse warrior, straightening the front leg. Hope you're following me here. And exhale, lower back down into your lunge. Drop the left knee down. Take the hands behind your head, behind your back. Inhale, open the chest here. And exhale, take the hips back and forth. Move forward again, step back. So vinyasa or skip it. Inhale into plank. Exhale, lower. Inhale, cobra or upward dog. And downward facing dog. Look to the front of your mat. Step or jump forward. Inhale, lengthen into a flat back. Exhale, fold. Bend the knees, drop the hips back. Inhale, chair pose. Exhale, sit. Inhale, come all the way up. Exhale, hands at the chest, step the right foot for warrior one. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, cactus arms. Release the hands behind your back, change the crossing of the fingers. Take an inhale here. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, come up. Warrior two. Exhale here. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, triangle pose, straightening the front leg. Reach forward and lower. Good, come back. Inhale, reverse warrior. Straightening the front leg. Exhale, windmill the arms. Back into your lunge, right knee drops down. Interlace the fingers behind your back. Inhale here. Exhale, release the hands, take the hips back and fold. Come forward and take it into your last vinyasa here. Take a deep breath in. Deep breath out. And lower your knees nice and wide on this one into chopstick pose. So knees nice and wide, big toes touching. Release your hips to your heels and then make your way into chopstick pose. If this is not comfortable, you can come into a seated position. Good. Breathing here. All right, and then come up, make your way into onto your back, please. Good. You're gonna bend your knees first, have your feet under your knees, and then draw your right knee towards your chest. Good. And then extend your right leg up toward the ceiling. Interlace the fingers behind your right leg. And you can stay here, or you can extend your left leg onto the floor, your choice. Bending the left knee helps our low back to anchor onto the floor. So just find what works for you here. All right, open your right leg out to the right. So you're going to keep your right hand under the leg to hold it up. And then bring it back. If your left leg was extended, bend your left knee again. Right ankle on top of the left thigh. Pick up your left foot here. And take your right hand in between your legs. And then interlace the fingers behind the left leg. So you're inviting your legs towards you, and you should feel a stretch in your right hip here. Okay, release everything back down. Feet down, take a moment. And then lift your knees up towards your chest. Push them at about a 90-degree angle. So 90-degree angle between your thighs and your belly. And then you're gonna roll all the way onto your left side. And then take your right hand on top of your left hand. I'll show you from here. So right hand on top of your left hand. Hips stacked, knees stacked. And as you inhale, you're gonna reach your right arm up toward the ceiling. And then reach it back towards the right side of your mouth. And as you exhale, you're gonna close that. And again, inhale, open it up and back. Exhale, and close it. One more time. And close it. Good. This time we're going to take a semicircle. So your right hand is going to go up behind your head and then back where it was. And you're going to hold it here. So your arms are out in a letter T. And this is a spinal twist. It's really good for low back stuff. As long as you keep your hips nicely stacked up like that. If it's too much, you can always put a little bit of padding under your left knee so your knees are not all the way to the floor, but just a little bit elevated, and you can work on that too. You can also have a pillow or some kind of layer between your knees. So if you ever do this at home, do it for a good while where you're really breathing in and out, and feeling your spine kind of ringing like a sponge. Here we're a little bit limited on time, so we're going to come out of bed, lifting the knees back up. And let's take it to the other side. And we'll do the left leg afterwards. So I'm going to take your left hand on top of your right hand. Stack your knees, stack your hips. And on your inhale, lift your left arm up toward the ceiling and back. On your exhale, close it again. Inhale, up, open it. Exhale, close. Open it. And exhale, close. Good. Now take your left hand behind your head. And think of creating kind of a crescent shape or semicircle with your hand, and then reaching your left hand back. So your palm is facing up, but palms up. Just breathe here. With each exhale, control the navel and just gently to give your organs a bit of a massage. And come back to center. Bend your knees, reposition your hips, make sure your low back is close to the floor here. And then draw your left knee towards your chest. Extend your left leg up toward the ceiling and interlace the fingers behind the leg. And then you can extend your right leg a little bit more, all the way, your choice, how that feels. And then open your left leg out to the left, using your left hand to hold the leg. We always want to go for maybe 70% at first, and then just with the breath, maybe a little deeper. Be gentle. We want to stretch the muscles, we don't want to stretch the joints, because those may take a while to heal if we overstretch them. Okay, bring it back up, bend the right knee, take the left ankle on top of the right thigh. And then pick up your right foot, again, left hand in between the legs, and then interlace the fingers behind the right leg. All right, and then release that. And we're going to close like we started. Take your hands on top of your knees and push the knees away from you. Have that arm length as you inhale, and as you exhale, draw the knees towards your chest. So this also is a great one for your low back. It's very gentle. It's a nice way to stretch the back muscles in a gentle way. And this is a good one to do, especially in the morning when we feel a bit tight. Just kind of opening up slowly. And anything else you feel like doing here before we finish our practice, you can take your knees in circles, or you can take a happy baby pose. And when you're ready, you can extend the legs back down onto the floor and take Shavasana. This is our final resting pose. You take the arms out to the side. I like to turn the palms up, just kind of a sign of surrendering to this moment. And make sure your legs are completely relaxed. You can turn your head from side to side, and your neck is relaxed. And then move your shoulders away from your ears. And we take a few minutes here at the end of class to receive the practice, to allow our bodies to digest the practice in a way. So make sure you're completely relaxed, that your legs, your hips, torso, arms, shoulders, everything feels just a little bit heavy toward the floor. You can imagine you're made of honey and you're just kind of melting onto your mat. That includes relaxing your jaw, separating the teeth in the back of your mouth, relaxing the throat, softening the muscles around the eyes. Remembering there's nowhere you have to be right now, there's nothing you have to do. Simply being here for the next couple minutes. we'll begin to deepen the breath. Wiggling the toes, the fingertips. And you can take your arms up and overhead and take a full body stretch if that feels good. And then rolling onto your side. Make your way up into a seated position when you're ready. And then bring the hands together in front of the chest. Just take a moment here to just notice any shifts in your body and your mind. Noticing the space you created. And then bow the head to the fingertips, giving thanks to everyone for sharing your practice. Namaste. Thank you, everybody. Sorry, I went into time warp, or I don't know what happened, but I totally lost track of time.
That's okay.
I went way over, but you know, 5 minutes, 10 minutes.
It was great. It was great. Thank you. My back feels really good.
Yeah, that was so, any questions?
Thank you, Stephanie.
You're welcome, Kara. How are you
Hey,
feeling,
Kara.
Jonathan? How are you feeling, Jonathan?
Feeling quite tight, sort of under the shoulder blades, top of the rib, bottom of the rib cage. But that's the thing I was looking for.
Well, you're breaking up. I heard tight around the shoulder blades.
Tight around the bottom of the shoulder blades, bottom of the rib cage. But I think that sort of stretched some of the things I was hoping to. So
Yeah.
much.
Bye, everybody. Yeah, so especially if you haven't practiced, hi, Leslie. If you haven't practiced yoga in a while, you'll definitely feel that tightness in the beginning. But as you practice, you should feel a little bit looser. Okay.
Thanks very much.
You're welcome. I'll go see you soon again.
Yep.
All right. Take care, Jonathan.
Thursday or next week.
Okay. Sounds good.
Bye.
Bye-bye.